to Active FM. I'm Naldi Lee, and today we've got Harmony Skade in, well, not in the studio, unfortunately, not in the building. One day we should have a face-to-face in-person interview, but we have you joining online and we're going to do an interview with you. How are you doing?
I'm good. Yourself? I'm doing very well.
I'm doing well as well. So, for all of you who don't know who he is, William Mangele Skade was born on the 25th of August, 1994, and he started his musical career back in 2014, where he was a part of the group. And then you started your music career in 2017. So tell us a bit more detail about your music career this far.
Back in 2014, I was part of a group. So in 2017, I decided to go solo. That's when I decided to pursue a career on my own. I started doing some R&B until I met next up Okutane, who introduced me to hip hop, and I fell in love with hip hop.
All right. I absolutely love hip hop. It's one of my favorite genres. I've listened to your music. Your music is absolutely amazing. But before we get into the meat of the interview, we are going to do some icebreaker questions. So it's this or that. You choose one and then we keep it moving. All right. So the first one is iOS or Android?
Android.
Definitely me too. Okay. Train or plane?
Train. Safe in a train.
Definitely. Coffee or tea?
Coffee, please.
Definitely a tea person. Eat out or a home cooked meal?
I don't eat much of home cooked meals. I love eating out a lot.
So you prefer eating out?
I prefer eating out because, eating in, sometimes people don't cook properly. Eating out, you really know what you're going to buy and how it's going to taste. So it's better that way.
Yeah. All right. So books or movies?
Movies.
What's worse, laundry or dishes?
Bro, they both worse.
Nothing's better.
Worse. They just work. I don't like literally working with my hands. It's a lot of work.
Okay. When you're walking or driving, do you prefer listening to music or podcasts?
I prefer listening to music, actually.
All right. You are a musician. I wouldn't expect you to say anything different. So we're going to get into the interview. What first got you into music?
I started singing in church, actually. And then when I got home, my dad was like the one person who always play music out loud. So he had these Joseph cassettes he used to play. So Joseph D only does instrumentals, right? So we'd play on top of those instrumentals with my sister. And then from there, growing up, I got to realize that music is actually my calling and my gift. So I just decided to follow music.
That's awesome. And then your music influences includes Java and the Soil, which is quite a mixture. How do you think they've helped you form your unique sound, if they have at all?
First things first, the main reason why I joined an a cappella group was that I had loved the Soil. I loved listening to the way they did it without having even instrumentals.
Yeah.
When I met people who music the same way, that got me hooked into it. And from that point, I was listening to the Soil. And then in 2016, 17, I think Ambitious introduced Java, MT, I fell in love with Java's sound and I was like, I can do this kind of thing. So that's when I decided, okay, let me go for this hip hop sound.
All right. So how would you describe the music you typically create?
It's educational, inspirational, and it's fun. Yeah.
Oh, that's nice. It's a good combination. All right. What is your creative process like? So do you get the beat first and then write lyrics? Do you start with the lyrics? What does that process look like?
I think for me, it depends on the kind of song I want to do. Mostly for happier songs, I prefer having the beat first because the beat drives you a certain direction. But then with those emotional songs and deep songs, it's words that I write on my own,
Yeah.
I'll write something that really close to my heart and then ask for a producer for something that can definitely fit. And I've been lucky enough that my producers actually can read my emotions and my energy at the same time. So it's dope.
Yeah. All right. And then who would you most like to collaborate with? Like if you could choose one person that you would most like to collaborate with, who would it be and why?
Yes, to be Java. Yes, to be Java. It has to be him. It
Why?
has to
Why
be him.
him?
You know, the same thing he does for me, that's the same thing I want to do for people. You know, when I listen to his music, I feel uplifted, I feel inspired. He's very artistic in the way he writes, the way he lays his verses, you know. So that's typically the same things that I do for my music. And I believe that us working together on a single project will definitely make a bomb.
Okay, so the answer for this might be the same, it might not, but if you could open a show for someone, whose show would you open? Who would you open?
If I would open no, I mean, it ruined this Java. It ruined this Java. I would like to open for Chris Martin, this Martin from Jamaica. He's a beautiful, beautiful, beautiful dancehall artist. He's one of the people who actually inspired me to start writing, to start actually working on writing music. So I think like watching his performances, they actually dope performances, and I can relate to them. So I think I would really love Christopher Martin.
All right. And then what would you say to your young fans who maybe want to go into doing Christian music, but they're afraid that they won't make as much money or they won't be as famous if they do Christian music?
You know, Christian music it's kind of music is the kind of music that connects you to the spirit, and it lets you find who you are. I wouldn't say I only do Christian music, but I mostly like focusing my energy on the music that uplifts and teaches, you know. But then I also do fun songs, but then you know you could also like doing Christian songs and songs that everybody can relate to. It kind of helps people to actually freely connect to you as an individual artist. So if you want to connect to your fan base, that's the best way to go. That's for me.
All right. And then tell us about the song Dark Times. What inspired the creation process of the song? And then also the new music video that's about to come out. Tell us about that.
You know, where I'm from, there's like always problems like low service delivery, sometimes no running water, no jobs, you know, people cry like almost all the time. And then music it's supposed to be about what's happening around us, right? So that times focuses its energy on how many people suffer within the country, how many people cry, and how many of those cries are not even heard or even ignored, are even ignored by the people in power. So I felt that music kind of helps us voice out and actually raise awareness to some issues that were never really gets touched actually.
Yeah.
And
then
so the music
video,
and the music we shot for Dark Times last week. We'll be dropping the music video later this month. Then we'll be dropping a music video for the song this month. Everybody's just gonna go for it and just stream on YouTube, you know. Get the numbers up. Yes.
Definitely would encourage you to go and check out that song. And then if it wasn't for music, what would you be doing right now? Like if you weren't doing music, what would you be doing right now? What would be your career?
Be a math teacher. That's what I am right now. I teach math at a primary school.
Yeah,
so I would be a teacher.
All right. And then where have you performed and what has been your favorite performance this far?
My favorite performance was in 2019. That was actually my first ever solo performance.
Wow.
It was Makufe coming. So it was pretty dope to actually have such an experience on my own, you know, because I've done Makufe with my previous group, and we've done also sports music gospel by Bajukara, you know, but then like doing that alone and actually being able to like attract the crowd and connect with the crowd on my own was super dope actually.
All right. Do you have any upcoming shows that are coming up that people must look out for?
upcoming shows. There's actually an upcoming song that we will be shooting for actually this they say the next month. Yeah, the next month we're dropping a new song, and there's also an upcoming project, my album. In terms of shows, on Thursday this weekend I will be this week on Thursday I'll be performing at Maschava Restaurant. It's a very, very nice joint at Ekasi where I come from. Yeah. So people can catch me from there. Yeah.
All right. And then how has the internet impacted your business, and how does that help musicians actually grow and reach people?
The internet connected me to Peter, or it connected me to NVay. It also connects me to other bigger artists who actually get to be interested in working with me for free without even having to charge me for the work that I do with them. So through the internet, I was able to work with Period O. I was able to work with NVay, and I'm also able to connect with other big artists such as Cageism through this internet. And then I'm talking to you via the internet. So internet is very, very important. It's very, very important because it actually connects us with people we've never really met before. But then through the internet, relate to each other's sounds and actually work together to bring out something beautiful.
Yeah. And then what is your favorite song to perform?
My favorite song to perform. It's actually a new one. It's called Skade. It's not even out yet, but I love performing. Actually?
Tell us about it. Tell us about the song.
There was this issue about Makazi, that went viral, about skin tone and everything. So it was inspired by that, women get so much hate because of how they look, the color of their hair, the color of their skin and everything. So Khoshikgadi is about, even though you have short hair, even though you're darker, even though you're not skinny enough, but then you're still perfect. You're doing so much. That's why they're hating on you. They're not hating you because you're bad. They're hating you because you're doing more than they're not doing.
Yeah, that's beautiful. And what's the best? Sorry, didn't get that.
The best.
Oh, what's the best advice you've ever been given?
The best advice I've never been given: never quit music. Never quit music. This is your thing. Somebody said that to me around 5 years ago. I keep it with me every day.
All right. Yeah. If you could change anything about the industry as it is right now, what would it be?
What I would change about the industry, the process whereby people who gets to get an opportunity, who gets to be given a form, who gets to be given a chance to get an interview. I'll change those kind of things. Not everybody is given a chance to get an interview or even be noticed, because most of the times in this industry we in, people want to meet in the back doors, and then you guy and you can let me into perform or even appear on your radio show. So if we could stop all of that and just focus on pure talent and pure hard work by all the upcoming artists, because I know a lot of people who do music but then quit the music because they were not getting any opportunities and they were not being treated fairly. So yeah, I think the fairness would be the one thing I would change.
All right. And then with artists basically coming out of everywhere these days, up and down, we have artists coming down all the time, artists going, artists coming back. What would you say is the one thing that artists need to have in order to have a long career in music, but also to make an impact in music, instead of just creating songs that maybe are popular one day and the next day are not popular anymore?
The most important thing you should do is to connect with your audience, and not just connect with them on a happy sense musical type of level, but then on a personal level also. What I believe is lacking on most artists is that they're not really doing their music and not making it personal to themselves. If music connects to you and connects to who you are, every single change that comes within your life, it can actually affect the music, and
Okay.
it's up to you to actually affect it in a positive type of manner. So most problems arises because people don't really, no, they're not really like invested in the music. They're just into making hits, and if they don't get that hit, they they lose the spirit. Yeah.
All right, and then what's next for you? What can we expect from you going forward? What are your goals? What's next for you?
You know, the most important thing is to sell copies, you know, to sell the music, to get it everywhere, to get to every radio station. I actually spread around smaller radio stations across the country because it's not as easy to break into the big radio stations. So I the route of going through smaller radio stations because I want the music to be to as many radio stations as possible. I just want as many people as possible to like be behind this and listen to this and relate to this, you know. So the next thing that's coming for me is my album. I was supposed to drop the album by next month, but then it cannot be dropped next month. I was like, it's not yet, not yet. So it's gonna be singles, and videos. So I'm gonna do singles and visuals this year. Every single month, dropping a single.
That's awesome. And then where can your fans connect with you on social media? Where can they find the music?
They can find me on Facebook. It's Harmony Skade. On Instagram, it's @HarmonySkade. Twitter, @HarmonySkade. TikTok, it's @HarmonySkade, and then YouTube is Harmony Skade as well. So that's how they can get all of my music.
All right, it has been very awesome interviewing you. Is there any final words, final thoughts that you want to share?
I love everybody who's been listening to my music, and you guys have so much to actually look forward to. This is not just the beginning. It's the birth of something great. So they should just know that everything is gonna be everything soon.
All right, so that was Harmony Skade right here on Active FM. Incredible interview, great advice, and great music to look forward to as well. The album is coming out. Make sure that you go and check that out. But this is Nalty Lee from Active FM signing out. Peace out and God bless. Bye.